The hell was that?
It's 2023. That's what the fuck is up.
It's 20-fucking-3, mate.
Oh,
It's
here.
20. It's 20. What did I say?
2023.
It's 2020-fucking-3, and we're going down under, mate.
Dude, the world started off pretty fucking bad at first, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it just keeps digressing even worse. You start hearing about fucking nuclear war.
Yeah, I've been hearing.
Oh my
about
god, that's like. I mean, aside from the fact that the economy is going to shit, like I finally get a good pay bump.
Yeah.
And fucking everything, the cost of living goes like fucking up like crazy.
No, same here. I got a promotion this year at the
yeah.
beginning of the year, and I mean for me it's so far it's a good year. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
feel pretty good.
Yeah, but I think overall as a whole, I think humans are having a shitty 3-year run, dude.
I think you're right, man.
And it's not even because of everyday regular people. It's the motherfuckers in charge. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. And if you don't know this shit by now, dude, I don't know, man. You really need a kick in the ass or something. You know what I mean?
Dude, these past 3 years should have opened a lot of people. I mean, I believe it has, right? I believe there's a lot more woken people or woken to the agenda than there.
A lot of people.
A lot of people, even the people that
choose.
choose to ignore that it's going on, know that's a possibility.
Right. Including some of our family members, right? But before
Right,
was some stuff they didn't want to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you can talk to them about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, more or less. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but growing up, I talk to your family about certain things. Some people don't want to hear it, because of the conditioning. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now, you can talk to some of your family that they get it now. They understand, and they're starting to embrace it. There's like a certain look of worry on their faces,
Dude, because it's right there, dude.
Yeah, it's right there, man.
It's staring everybody in the face. It's like you're in a horror movie, and you see the serial killer like literally staring at you outside your door or outside your window, and at any second that door is gonna open and it's coming in.
Yeah, dude. Like I was telling you earlier, talking about death a little bit. You know what I mean? There was a death in our family this week. I believe it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was there when my godmother got the call, and she's like, "What, really?"
Wow, yeah.
And I knew something happened as soon as because she's not one to just like be expressive. My godmother is a very serious and kind of quiet woman, and when she did that, I'm like, "Oh shit, what happened?" You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess their cousin, like I was saying a couple years ago, she was diabetic, and her husband had gotten dementia. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
And she wanted to be healthy for her husband. That was her intention. She was a good woman. You know what I mean? So she tried the keto diet, thinking it was gonna like miraculously heal her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, I think that's also a danger people should be more aware about is diets. You know what I mean? I think you should really know the way your body works before you kind of just jump into something like that. You know what I mean?
I feel like the human body was made to be versatile. Like you can eat all those things.
Right. Yeah. When the Native Americans were around, they were hunting game.
Yeah.
They were eating grains. They were, and they were healthy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
They were healthy as fuck. They were eating, organic meat, organic everything, organic fish, organic grain, organic vegetable, fruit, whatever. They were eating it organically and in proportion. You know what I mean? And then back then, there was no time to sit on the couch and watch TV. You had to hunt for your food. Everyone had their role in the society. There was nothing like, I don't feel like doing it today. No,
Yeah,
dude,
you got to. Everybody's depending on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that you can't put shit off like that.
I think it was just a way better system altogether.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But you did get eaten a lot by fucking wildlife. For sure.
Yeah, there was always that chance, right? But, hey,
that was a everyday possibility, man.
Hey, but that's the game here, man.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's the game. You get eaten or you eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's with everybody.
That's with everyone.
And I feel like even our generation, we don't know what it is to. I feel the last generation that knew how to fucking survive was World War II generation.
Okay.
Because they survived the terrors of war, fucking, they had just gotten out of the fucking Great Depression.
Dude, I've heard a lot of stuff about that
Yeah.
Great Depression. Hey, but they would make
The first flu pandemic happened in the 19
the first flu, and it was probably like COVID. Everyone panicked.
Yeah. With world closed down and everything.
And check it out. Meth was legal back then.
Yeah.
And meth was used for that shit, for flu, for cold and shit like that. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I guess what they did was that they would steam. They would boil a bowl of water, and then they would pour droplets of liquid methamphetamine into the water, and with a towel they would just kind of like cover their heads and just kind of just absorb those fumes. You know what I mean? So they'd be twacked the fuck out. You know what I mean? But it would clear their nasal passages.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they weren't twacked the fuck out. I'm pretty sure it was like a microdose.
But thinking about it in that sense, yeah, it's probably a microdose. But I'm pretty sure some people caught on, and they probably
They wanted more.
chug the whole fucking like, hey, I like this, I want more.
They cure him of the flu, and then next thing you know, fucking good old Jimmy's just kicking it outside. You think he's insane, but he's really plotting to get into the stash. And then one morning you come in, the whole thing's gone.
You walk down
And you
the
see
street.
fucking Jimmy just jacking off in the corner, and he cleaned the whole fucking place.
You hear fucking Jimmy busting a flow and shit, even though it's like the 1940s and shit, busting a
It's
flow.
the Great Depression.
Oh,
I learned
shit.
my lesson.
Yeah. Nah, but real quick, so she was my aunt. I didn't know her. I mean, I knew
Rest
her,
in
but
peace.
yeah, rest in peace, of course. She was a nice woman. I wasn't close with her. That's my aunt, my family's cousin. But anyway, so she started the keto diet to to help her
Try to get better.
to try to get better
Yeah.
to help her husband, you
Yeah.
know, and obviously diabetics they have different diets than normal people, so they have to eat carbohydrates.
Right.
They have to eat carbohydrates, and she was only because keto you only eat protein.
Right.
So whatever is like cheese and meat, whatever that's keto, and her kidneys shut down. Like they shut down,
Damn.
and
she was she going to the doctors and shit like that?
she was going to the doctor, I guess, for diabetes, but not like consistently. It was kind of like an every now and, then.
She never mentioned it to them, like
That she wanted a diet. I guess she
Yeah.
didn't. I guess
I
she
mean,
didn't.
not she wanted to. You said she did.
Diet.
Yeah. The
Uh,
keto diet, right?
Yeah, but she never mentioned it to the doctors.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think she just went like head first into it,
yeah, those
thinking
kind
that.
of shit you gotta you gotta consult with your doctor.
So
dude.
I mean, hey, everyone makes mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But her kidneys ended up shutting down,
Fuck, that's
and
terrible.
she actually did die for a few moments. I don't know how long, but she did end up dying, and then the doctors resuscitated her using that I think it was a defibrillator.
Defibrillator. Yeah.
But and ever since that, it was just hard for her. I heard she was still very strong. I heard she would still go to work, just do her daily things. You know what I mean? Every now and then she would need help getting up. She would stumble. She would fall, and people would have to help her back up. And every now and then she would kind of like faint. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Yeah.
After when she first got resuscitated,
Uh-huh.
how long after that did she pass away?
Like pass away. I think it was
Yeah.
like a couple years ago, maybe like a year and a half or like 2 years ago,
That's
where that happened. But
this happened like during COVID.
maybe so. Yeah, she
Yeah.
fought for a long time, man. She fought for but anyway, so what happened this time was that she had an eye surgery, and she was still waiting for the other eye surgery. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So after the eye surgery, I guess her body couldn't take it, and she passed. But here's the thing that we just barely found out, that she didn't really tell anybody. She was throwing up blood before the eye surgery.
Oh fuck.
So that shit was already coming. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she didn't want to tell anyone. She didn't want to worry. I mean, I wouldn't want to worry anybody. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. But sometimes speaking up is the best option,
To
man.
prevent, to prevent some. Nah, she's like, you know what? She probably thought to herself, oh, I could take it. This is just nothing. You know what I mean? And she ended up, she passed away. She took a nap that morning after, to rest from the eye surgery, and she never woke up. So, yeah, dude. So I mean that that stuff happens. So right now I could tell my family's sad. Like I said, I wasn't close to her, but they were cousins growing up. They knew each other very well. You know what I mean? And talking a little bit about that, I recently bought a book,
Mm-hmm.
called Imagine Heaven. You know what I mean?
Okay, who's it written by?
Oh my gosh, who's written right here?
Yeah, I'll look it
You
up,
want to
look
check
it
it
up,
up? All
yeah.
right.
You know, good piece of shit. What is it?
Imagine Heaven.
Near John Burke. Near-death experiences. God promises.
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one. So the book is about, actual professionals like doctors and stuff like that. The whole NDE, near-death experience, even the term NDE, near-death experience, talks about the year it started, talks about the, how it wasn't so popular back then, you know what I mean? Like, people didn't want to talk about these kinds of things, you know what I mean? But doctors started kind of catching on to it.
That's the #1 bestseller.
Yeah? Yeah. It's,
In Christian, how do you pronounce that? Eschatology? Eschatology?
Can you point at it? Yes, I believe it's eschatology, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good book, man.
I'm out once I see Christian.
Huh?
I'm out once I see Christian.
No, I know you.
No, I'm just kidding.
You take that stuff with a grain of salt. Like I said, okay.
My brother hates Christianity.
We've talked about the Bible before, and you look, man. I have to understand things for how they are. Now, again, I know that the Bible has original scripture in it. I know it does, but it was kind of like put together by pagan Rome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, it talks about how in the beginning in Genesis how God divided the firmament, the dome and shit like that.
Right.
Okay, well, I don't think the Romans knew how the fucking earth worked. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
they're over here saying God separated the dome or whatever. Okay,
Like you can totally tell what they put in there.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, obey your fucking slave master.
Exactly. Obey your slave master. He's connected to God. You know what I mean?
Just
So
throw
it's
that
like,
in there anywhere.
Yeah. No, but you know what? But I think a lot of us, are pretty intelligent people, and we kind of see past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Bible does have a lot of gold in it. I do think so. So, again, I personally don't think you exactly need the Bible to kind of like channel what is your purpose in life, what it is you're here to do. You know what I mean? Now, it is because I do believe that we reincarnate. You know what I mean? I do believe that is always happening. I think it takes many lifetimes to kind of like what the Buddhists call nirvana. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do, heaven and nirvana, I believe, are one and the same. You know what I mean? So you could call it heaven, you can call it nirvana. And again, there's different dimensions to it. I did read in a book a long time ago that anything that is fifth dimension and beyond is considered heaven. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Fourth dimension is not heaven, but it is not third dimension either. So you could probably say that, third dimension is maybe fourth dimension is maybe the spirit world. You know what I mean?
We're in the third dimension, right?
We're in the third dimension, but I don't know if you've noticed, but we're not exactly in the third dimension exactly anymore.
Are we starting to get out of that?
I think we're starting to kind of pop into the fourth dimension. Let me read you a quote real quick about something Einstein said, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Einstein was talking about the fourth dimension, and he says this. He says, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. An attempt at visualizing the fourth dimension. This is Einstein's quote. Take a point, stretch it into a line, curl it into a circle, twist it into a sphere, and punch through the sphere.
Damn. Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of visualize that?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of mind-boggling? Okay. It's mind-boggling. Fifth dimension is even more mind-boggling. You know what I mean? So, and then the sixth dimension, we probably can't even perceive it. There's been a lot of near-death experience accounts. You know what I mean? People who they're resuscitated. They die. Some people have died for as long as like an hour and a half, maybe even longer than that. You know what I mean? But they do describe going into a place with this light. This light, they say, is made out of divine love. You know what I mean?
Damn, I heard some trippy shit. You go, I'll tell you.
Yeah. This light is made out of divine love. This light envelops you. This light is coming out of you. You know what I mean? And it's like you realize it is you. You see your family members. They come and embrace you. People who have been like handicapped their entire lives, like they're up there and they're walking and they're talking and they're and they have their own personalities. You know what I mean? Like what they couldn't say in life, they're saying it up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are beautiful. People are young. People like it's like receiving an upgrade to whatever you have right now. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point where I realize what I really want isn't gonna really be found in this third dimension. You know what I mean? Everything that we speak, everything that we say, everything that we think and kind of speak to each other is at a third dimensional level. When you go to a fourth dimensional level or a fifth dimensional level or even beyond that, it's kind of hard to explain what you experience at those levels because you are now back to the third level, third dimension, and you were experiencing fifth dimensional language. You were experiencing fifth dimensional feelings or whatever. Mm-hmm. Very hard to come back and explain those in a third dimensional level. You know, it reminds me of the times where I used to like fucking stay for like weeks on meth. I would feel things that I would want to explain to others, but
you didn't know how.
I didn't know how to, and then
those kind of things words don't express.
Yeah. Bro, you know what I mean? Also, kind of want to remind you about that time when I was filmed on meth. You know, I was up for like more than a week and a few days, and when I was filmed, I came out totally distorted. You know what I mean? I was fucking distorted, almost like a black electricity about me, you know, if that makes any sense. Can you envision kind of something like that? Yeah. A black electricity, unstable around me. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the Flash, dude.
Yeah. And
so he has this thing called the Speed Force, which helps him like travel through space and time.
Okay.
And then his enemy is called the Reverse Flash, and he pretty much uses all negative energy.
Oh, the negative energy.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the person that I was with was like, oh, they were tripping out. They're like, dude, I'm telling you, I know this shit happens. You know what I mean? And so I will always remember that shit. And just seeing myself recorded like that, I'm like, I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, you're still amazed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, damn, bro. My whole electric atomic structure was just not vibrating at this level. You know what I mean? It was at another level. And that is the reason I used to stay up and do meth, was because I guess you could say I was using other parts of my brain, just parts that I don't use like right now at a conscious level. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed using other parts of my brain awake. Whatever it took back then, early 20s, late teens, it was about staying up for many days, sometimes even weeks on methamphetamine. You know what I mean? And like I said, my whole atomic structure was just unstable. It was vibrating at a faster level than it is now. You know what I mean? I experienced a lot of things. Like I said, I couldn't really put into words right now, and every now and then I would have an out-of-body experience. I would have like a spiritual vision, kind of like randomly. I wouldn't really exactly call for it. It would just kind of happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then that one time, it was like twice where the reptilians were manifested to me. You know what I mean? And they were all over the bike trail or right there, like around your neighborhood, around those neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they were manifested in the bushes and the trees, anything that was green except the grass. But they were manifested in bushes and trees, the reptilians. And that's because I called them. It was just something that I did a couple times. It was not something I was going to continue doing. It was just kind of something I had to see. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's a cool book, you know, talking about the book, and I've been reading it, and yeah, so it's pretty much just accounts of doctors, you know, many doctors taking accounts, you know, and people who actually they could see their bodies, you know, the doctors working on them, trying to like bring them back to life, and they could say, oh, she was wearing this, he was wearing that, over here was this, and then I flew over the building. And then I saw over here, this was happening. These people were doing this shit. So they were very specific in what they saw as they kind of flew away from the hospital and flying over other buildings and even expressing what they would see below them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then they would go through this tunnel. And then on the other side of the tunnel, they would meet old relatives, old friends who were deceased and looking better than ever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They would come across ascended masters, beings that were just radiating pure, loving light. You know what I mean? And so I'm not a person that's afraid. I know that one day, you know, I will pass this from this life, and I know it'll be good. You know, I know it's gonna be cool.
You haven't heard of the Soul Trap?
I've heard of the soul trap. It's not something I worry about. Yeah.
You're pretty much explaining it.
The soul trap.
Yeah.
I know they have that shit too.
Yeah,
I know they have that
no,
shit
you're
too.
explaining it.
Yeah,
Going through the
The
tunnel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's supposedly a mechanism that whatever beings took over this world used to have you reincarnate to come back over here, just so they can keep feeding off your energy.
I know. I think it happens. I do believe it happens. I don't think it happens to everybody. You know what I mean?
From what I've researched, we've all gone through it and came back.
You don't think some of us want to come back for some reason?
Maybe that's what we trick ourselves into thinking. Because if we keep coming back, we don't go to those next dimensions.
I don't know. I think there's I do think it's different for everybody. You know what I mean? I think.
I hope so.
Look at the people who are very miserable. You know what I mean? And they don't know why they're miserable. You could tell they're miserable. I think it has a lot to do with maybe that. You know what I mean? Maybe people who have been tricked over and over again to that false light. I think those are the miserable people. You know what I mean? I think. Yeah, I think so. I work at a hospital, man. I see a lot of miserable people who are just miserable for, and it's not because they're sick, because there's sick people who are joyful. You know what I mean? And there's sick people who are miserable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm assuming most of the miserable ones are the ones missing limbs.
Not even. No, bro. Nah. There's people missing limbs who are actually pretty positive, man. They say hi. They're over here. They're well mannered. And then there's people who are complete. And they're like, God damn, motherfucker. And I'm just like, dude, like, I don't tell them nothing because, but I'm
you can't.
I can't, but it's like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? We all have fucking issues. Why do you have to project your fucking, why do you got to bleed over people for? You know what I mean? Why can't you just walk in dignity? You know what I mean?
Human nature doesn't allow us to burn by ourselves. You always want to bring other people with us.
Not everyone's like that, man.
No, not everyone's like that, but human nature in general, yeah.
But like I said, I think that that misery does have a lot to do with being tricked into being reincarnated against your will. I personally think that. I personally think that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast about the soul trap, and it's fucking crazy. That's why you have more people now that, like, in recent times, you have more babies like remembering who they were in the past.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's due to the fact that people are waking up to this shit. Like, even though sometimes, like, you can't control it, you're going to fucking come back, but at least you can remember. You can remember who you were or what you did. Like, I think this is the best life I've ever had.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
And I've had some really weird dreams, where, like, I'm me, but I'm not really me,
Right.
Yeah. Like, I'm some other place, some other time, some other dimension, maybe. I don't know. But hopefully when I die, I can remember my kids. I can remember Marion, my mom, my brother.
Yeah.
I think this is the best version of my life I have. I have had.
That's great, man. Yeah. That's great.
Even with all the mistakes I've made.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll continue to make or whatever.
The mistakes, all of it's necessary. All of it's necessary, man.
Yeah.
All of it.
Through mistakes, you learn what really matters.
Yeah, all of it's necessary. And my nephew, he's 8 years old. Dude, he tells me some things that they trip me out because he's receiving these from another source. You know what I mean?
See, that's crazy. That that newer generation, we gotta show them that you don't need the drugs to see all that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I tell him as much as he has to. I tell him, look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I used to take a lot of drugs. I used to stay it for 2 weeks, and he understood why I did it. He explained to me in detail why I did it. I'm like, you are crazy. What the fuck? No one's ever told me that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The kids understand, dude.
The kids understand. Like,
you were a kid once,
Yeah,
it's just a matter of either you let the world corrupt you and take you from your dreams and hopes, and you just become another mindless zombie in society.
Yeah.
On the hamster wheel.
Shit, dude. No, I take care of my kids. They're not my kids, but they're my nephews. As much as I can. The younger generation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My cousin's 22. I talk to him as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Talk closer to the mic, though.
Yeah, my cousin. Yeah, he's 22. He's still very impressionable. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the things that I tell him, I tell him you don't have to fucking take drugs or anything like that. Like anything you like, you can smoke some weed. You know what I mean? You can drink a couple beers, but you don't have to fucking go crazy like I did. You know what I mean?
You don't.
You really don't. I also wanted to talk about something that as well as I do. Drugs are crazy. You know what I mean? We both went through a pretty heavy drug phase. You know what I mean?
Right now, I'm enjoying my shroom phase again. But I'm not going like I'm not taking eighths of shrooms.
No.
Fuck no, dude. I'm taking about a gram or two, just like a small dosage. And sometimes even those small dosage, you're like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, they get you.
Yeah,
that's cool. Cause look, I did hear and I do believe that microdosing on mushrooms, they actually regenerate.
Yeah, and I don't wake, dude. I've been waking up like nice and like awake. Because I'll take them at night after I'm done working out.
Yeah.
Just to like relax and like trip out a little bit,
Yeah.
And it's been fucking crazy, dude. I would figure I'd wake up like fucking tired as fuck and everything, but nah.
No, they regenerate your brain.
My dreams are so fucking trippy, dude.
That's cool, man.
Like a few weeks ago, I fucking I had this crazy dream where it was my grandma's death, her anniversary of her death. Yeah, and I dreamt of her and my grandpa.
Okay.
And like fucking, they walked up to the front of my house, and I was like, I knew they were dead. I was like, what the fuck? Like I always get scared when I see my grandma. I don't know why. Like, because I know she's dead.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck. Like And
do you feel guilty of anything?
Not lately.
Okay.
Like this time, I was just scared. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Because it seemed so real, and it was, dude. She like they were trying to tell me something, and I didn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
And like I was like, huh? Because I think I was more shocked that they were in front. Even though I knew it was a dream, I was like, fuck, you guys, don't really come and visit me.
But you're on shrooms and you're asleep. I would say that's a perfect time for them to come and talk to you.
Yeah, and then like they understood that I didn't understand, and they're like, mira, mijo, tú no te preocupes, todo va a estar bien.
Yeah.
And then they hugged me, and I fucking woke up crying.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
And after they said that, they're like, no te preocupes, te vas a despertar y no vamos a estar, pero todo va a estar bien.
They knew you were afraid of them. But they understood why, too. They're like, that's cool. You know what I mean? We're ghosts. We'd be afraid, too. That's a beautiful thing, man. That really is a beautiful thing. Whenever I dream about my past relatives, I try to touch them. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm scared to, but I'm like, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I wake up before I could touch them. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I have to, like, I got to touch you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have to. You know?
I always trip out when I see shit coming from the sky. Because I feel like it's coming any of these days now.
Fuck. I used to have dreams where, like, I'm riding down the freeway. Fucking big-ass spaceship just lands, on those cliffs and shit. Yeah. Like, as you're riding down the highway and shit, I'm like, fuck,
I've seen that.
There it is. Yeah,
or like a big, like, explosion, and then you just see nothing but white light.
Fuck, man.
Coming out from the sky, though,
And I told you how I saw those UFOs with the homie Peter.
Uh-huh.
I will never forget about that. When I saw those fucking lights in the sky, and I was sober, completely sober, bright, fluorescent, red and pink.
Well, supposedly we're about to hit that age where, since the government released all those confidential files, they're no longer going to try to cover up anything. So, like, you've been seeing a lot of shit, like random places, even here in the States now.
And dude,
because before they used to try to cover it up.
Oh yeah,
not anymore. Yeah,
and
because of the freedom of the freedom of information act.
Yes. No, man, shit is crazy.
And they said Trump didn't do shit. That was him.
That was him.
Well, you got fucking. I hate to be political, but dude, like I said, I got a nice pay bump.
Okay.
And fucking look at the economy, man. It has turned to shit, and it all happens because they're giving us money, dude. Like, I'll take the money. Don't get me fucking wrong. I'm taking the money.
I'll fucking take it.
I'm taking the money, but that's fucking us up in the long run, dude.
No, it really is. Because the higher your pay is, something's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, not even that. It's just they're giving you money.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking tax you on it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be through food. That's gonna be through
shit.
fucking
And then at the end of the year too.
wages.
Yeah.
Fucking housing properties are going up. Fucking everything. I was trying to buy a house during the fucking pandemic, and the realtors are like, yeah, for sure they're gonna go down. They've only been going up.
Fuck, man. Nah, the realtor was just thinking.
He was trying to get me to fucking just buy now.
Asshole.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Real quick. Talking about this Australian chick right here.
That's Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, her name's Rhea Ripley. We're watching the Royal Rumble on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I haven't seen this shit in a while.
In a while.
Not since then.
Fuck, man. Full of chicks. They look pissed.
Yeah, they're all chicks. It's all.
No, that's cool. Yeah. No, hell yeah. No,
I'd rather watch this one. Like I said.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'm down with this. But
I used to love wrestling.
they
back
got
in the
some
day.
attitude, bro. They got some.
Well, they have to. Yeah.
They got some attitude.
Like-
Oh, the Asian chick.
Like she's like the Conor McGregor female version.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's from Ireland too.
She's from. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't mess with them. I was asking my friend, my sister's friend. She's Irish. I'm like, or
Okay.
she's half Irish. She's a green bean because she's a half Mexican, half Irish.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
she's a green bean. So I told her, hey,
She's a green bean.
She's a green bean. I said, is it racist? Is it racist to call something Irish just because you add booze to it?
Maybe.
Like an Irish cake, an Irish coffee, an Irish.
This is the Irish.
And is this one's Irish? Like what? Did you add a shot to it? Yeah. Oh yeah, she fucks them up, man. No, but now she's getting fucked up.
Damn, fucking her name's Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
She's not even wearing tight pants, so you can just see the curvature of her ass.
I dig it. I like the curvature of
Look at that shit, dude.
of the ass.
Look. Just look at it.
Just look at it, will ya? No, but I was talking about the Aussie. So,
Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley. Let me show you.
you know, so here in the States, when you got a pest problem, you might got some rats and shit. You may got some termites or whatever you call the pest control. You know what I mean? Well, over there in Australia, when you got a fucking pest control, your fucking house or your garage is infested with the most venomous snakes in the entire world. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's something else, dude. Like, what the fuck? I would not want to have a family or live in Australia.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, down under, like everything's trying to kill you. over
Down
there.
under, everything is trying to kill you,
You're the
mate.
fucking dog.
I'm trying to kill you, mate.
Oh, she's dating this guy,
Your dingo's trying to kill you, mate.
Dimitri Action Jackson.
Is that his name, Dimitri Action?
Yeah.
He
The
must
black
be
guy.
a real motherfucker. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? That's so that.
She's fucking ripped.
Nah, she's ripped as fuck, man.
And she's only 5'7", I think.
Wow,
She looks tall as fuck. I can only imagine how. Yeah, see.
that's crazy. Oh, she's young.
Yeah.
She's from 1996. I'm 8 years older than she is.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, crazy bitch.
Mm-hmm. Damn, imagine though. Ooh. Dude, talk shit. Like I said, I found out wrestling was fake. Like when I was like 7 years old.
Oh yeah.
That shit destroyed me. But then I was like, all right.
It was like Santa.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah. I
Santa.
was fucking
It's like
depressed in bed for days. Didn't want to get up or eat. Fucking. But
Yo.
then I learned like the theatrics of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, they're not hitting themselves. They already know who's gonna win, but who can sell it the best.
Okay, so you curved it.
Yeah,
Yeah. You got to, man.
And then I found UFC, and I was like, all right, finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
the real deal, right
No,
there.
no, that's
Yeah.
they could die.
Oh, dude. See, I know you're not that much into sports, but there's this guy. He got his name's Damar Hamlin.
Yeah.
He got fucking. Well, it was a pretty hard hit, but it wasn't like a super hard hit. But he started convulsing on the field and everything.
Oh shit. Okay.
And they took him. They stopped the game and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was this? What was the team?
The Buffalo Bills
Okay, Buffalo Bills versus.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
And the guy Damar Hamlin
Uh-huh.
fucking got hit and fucking went to the hospital. The game they postponed the game and everything.
Yeah.
And right now they took him to the hospital. He was on critical condition for like what is it 2-3 days.
Okay.
and he finally came back. But the conspiracy is that the NFL didn't want people to know that he died because they haven't seen his face in a while.
Oh shit!
Like he'll take pictures and he has his hair covered, or like they somehow something's distracting you and you don't see his face, and they're saying it's either a clone or somebody like a doppelganger.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna say like he mysteriously died the next, like in a couple months maybe, or a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Recording, fool.
She's Street Fighter.
I'm recording, fool.
I'm recording, fool.
Let's record, fool.
Hey, fool. I fucking killed my dog, fool.
Fuck.
I fucking smashed it with the door, fool.
Fuck, fool.
Now I got fucked out, fool.
It made it feel better, fool.
I mean, it sucks, fool, but fuck, fool. I'm fucked out, fool.
Numb the pain away, fool.
Well, that's fucked up, huh? He was just gonna... So he was gonna go to a store or something, and he took it... Because he would always take his dogs everywhere.
I think he was at a gas station.
Oh, fuck. He probably didn't even get gas. He probably just went home, huh? Without gas. It's fucked up, dude.
Nah, you got. I mean, you're there. You might as well get the gas.
Get the gas. But he's like, oh, shit.
Just sobbing.
That sucks, dude. So, like, the fucking dog was going to jump out of the car. And he didn't know, and he just closed
I think he was getting out the car, and, like...
He closes the door, and he thought the dog didn't know. Oh, shit. So,
I think
like, midway...
his rib cage, maybe.
He clips the dog. He fucking, he clips it together in the middle, right? Like, the rib cage and stomach and all those areas. Probably like, and just, that's it. Right? Crushes it internally. Fuck, dude.
I think it broke his rib cage.
But did the dog die instantly? Do you know
I'm pretty sure. I think it took a few like gasping breaths and then
and died. Oh,
in his hands.
Ah, that sucks. Get a big dog. That's why it's better to get a big dog. or I don't know. Just don't.
Little dogs are. I never had a big dog. I've always had little dogs.
But they probably weren't that stupid, right?
No.
No, they were that stupid. No, one time I had my dog in my car and I was lifting up the window and then my dog's like, arr, arr. I'm like, what the fuck happened? His tail got stuck in the, and I'm like, oh shit. I lowered the window. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, boy. Fuck, dude. I felt really bad for him. I'm like, fuck, you're okay though, right? You know, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? I got scared. I'm like, what the hell? No, but one time I left my piece packed in the windowsill. And I was gonna go to the backyard and blaze it, you know what I mean? And when I got to the windowsill, I couldn't find the piece, you know what I mean? And I was like, "What the fuck? What happened?" I got pissed and I started panicking. I even asked my grandpa, "Hey, have you seen my qué? ¿Qué? Pues mi cosa, pues. Tu pipa. Sí. Ah. No te toqué tus... Ya deja eso. You know? No, okay, he didn't do it. Who the fuck did it? I went to the backyard. My dog has gotten it from the windowsill, and he just tried to hide it somewhere. You know what I mean? Because I used to blaze him out, and I guess he didn't like it, you know what I mean? So he's like, fuck this. And he grabbed the piece. He's like, I'm going to hide this shit.
He's like, I'm done with this asshole.
I'm done. Oh, my poor dog. No, I know he's in a better place. I dreamt him in the same way that you dreamt your like grandparents, you know what I mean? Now he came up to me. I was gonna give him a hug. But before I gave him a hug, he started telepathically talking to me in a higher dimension. And it scared me. You know what I mean? It really shook the roots of my soul when he started telepathically. Whatever he was communicating was going into me. I was like, oh, shit. And I didn't even hug him anymore. I was just kind of like, oh, like, I was just shocked. Because I didn't know what he was telling me, but I knew it was big. You know what I mean? In the dream. And
right.
Telepathically telling me something. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? But that was a cool dream, too.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's a cool dream, too, yeah.
And la gordita?
La Irish. She looks Irish, no?
I forget her name. Because I don't really follow it as much anymore. Only the hot ones.
So you said you saw the movie Avatar, the second one,
Oh yeah,
on shrooms.
on shrooms.
Did
It
you
was
take a
amazing.
higher dose than you usually would have?
Yeah, I was tripping pretty good.
How much? Well, so you ate gummies or actual?
Yeah, I ate like 4 gummies.
Oh shit! For the
Yeah,
movie, okay.
Yeah,
And it lasted you the whole movie?
I was tripping out before that though.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I went to go watch this band called the Valley Rats.
Oh okay, yeah.
Shout outs to them.
Yeah.
Fucking tripped out on their set. We saw a few other bands. Then we left to go get something to eat. Tripped out, and then I told Marion, I'm all like, let's go watch Avatar. She's like, okay. And we tripped out for another 3 hours there.
So it was a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, 3-hour movie, dude.
Did you understand the storyline?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Sometimes I trip out too hard. I don't know. I space out. You know what I mean? I remember when I was like 16, like it was like my first time trying shrooms and shit. And I was just like sitting there with like with a blank stare with a cigarette lit. I wasn't even smoking it. You know what I mean? And there was a black dude and he's like, "Hey, yo, can you not smoke in front of my daughter?" And I'm just like, I'm literally just spacing out, looking at the floor and I'm literally just spacing out. He's like, yo. And then somebody nudges me. He's like, "Hey, dude." And I'm like, "Huh? Bro, can you not smoke in front of my daughter?" I'm like,
Where were you?
"Oh, so I used to live in these Tustin apartments,
Oh, okay.
condos, Tustin condos." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, man. But I was spacing the fuck out. Yeah. I probably ate like an eighth of mushrooms, raw mushrooms. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
So imagine me just sitting there with a blank stare and my fucking cigarette just like it's just burning, you know. I'm not even smoking it. How you doing, Machia? What's up, man? How you been, boy?
What happened, Babas?
I'm trying them out.
Yeah?
You're going to try what out?
Oh, sorry, Machia.
Da.
Speak. Say something.
Daddy,
What?
you love me?
I do love you.
Yay!
Don't put your mouth so close to it.
Did you
All right. Hey, you're gonna break this.
Apa da?
Okay.
I have to go to the theater.
Hey, go upstairs.
I want to stay down there with my friends.
He's not your friend. He's
He's my
a
friend.
bad man. No.
He's my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend.
He smells.
Well, I mean, I bought some new soap.
Don't you smell less than?
I don't really use deodorant though. Not always. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
do
you
shower
smell then.
pretty frequently though. I mean,
The perfect term would have been every day, but
yeah.
Friend, you want to play Mario?
We're gonna play next time. Okay, we're gonna play next time, Mario. Okay. Well, right now we're gonna get some. We're getting some food, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some food. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, all right. I guess we can call it a show.
I already got pretty. I'm tired, bro. Like I had a 12-hour shift. I've been up since like 3. I've been up since 3. Yeah.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
From
don't.
4 to 4, huh?
Yeah, but sometimes I don't even know anymore. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I wake up at 5 every day.
Yeah. No,
Or except weekends.
I wake up at 3 because I go to the gym and I have to be at work by 7:45.
Okay.
So I still come, I make my smoothie, I take a shower. It all takes time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll see you next time, bro.
right, man.
Whenever